Hello, and welcome to this week's live session from Impact Subsea on YouTube. This week, I'll be answering any questions you have on Impact Subsea sensors and systems. I'm Ben Grant, Managing Director of Impact Subsea. Now, for the last few weeks, we've covered a number of different sensors. We've looked at our ISA500 altimeter range, our ISM3D heading pitch and roll sensor range, and our IST4000 depth and temperature sensor. This week, I thought we'd start things off by having a quick discussion over our ISS360 sonars. So we offer two ISS360 sonars. We have the original ISS360, which is an extremely compact imaging sonar. It's a mechanically scanning sonar, so it gives you a full 360-degree vision around about you, up to a distance of 90 meters away, and has a very high range resolution of 2.5 millimeters. So it gives you really clear imagery. It's very compact. You've got a titanium housing with a subcon connector and the standard 8-pin subcon that we use in all of our sensor solutions. Same wiring as every other sensor we do as well. Inside the boot end here, you've got an oil-filled section with a transducer in there, which rotates around much like a miniature radar, but for underwater use. You can see the type of imagery which is produced by this sonar behind me there. You've got one of our sonars has been placed into our test tank here, which is a circular 2-meter diameter test tank. And on the screen, you get the kind of top-down view of the test tank. And you can see the sonar scanning around, and that's shown by the red line rotating around the screen there. So that's the ISS360 sonar. So it's ideal for ROV and AUV operations, for obstacle avoidance, general awareness of where your vehicle is placed. And we also offer the ISS360HD, which is a bigger version of the sonar and effectively gives you a much higher angular resolution. So this is ideal for very high resolution imagery and slightly longer range performance. So the ISS360HD gives you range out to 100 meters, and it's got a 1-degree beam width. So it's a very fine slice, as opposed to the 2.3-degree beam width of the ISS360. In terms of physical build, the body is the same as the ISS360, as is the connector, as is the pinout. The main change with the ISS360HD is the boot end. To get the higher angular resolution, we need a much wider transducer in there. So we've got a very wide composite transducer, and then the boot's extended out, oil-filled. There's a larger diaphragm on top there, just to compensate the oil in the boot as the sonar goes deeper in the water. So the ISS360 is depth rated down to 6,000 meters. ISS360 is depth rated down to 4,000 meters as standard, but we do also do a 6,000 meter rated option. So we get asked lots of different questions about sonars. And some of the common ones we get asked about is the vertical beam angle between the sonars. So with the ISS360 standard sonar, it's got a 2.2-degree beam by 23 degrees like that. And that's ideal for general obstacle avoidance and navigation purposes. The ISS360, it's got a 30-degree beam that way, but a 1-degree beam that way. And so it's more than twice the angular resolution of the ISS360. Another question which often comes up, particularly when discussing scanning sonars, is how quickly does the sonar scan? Well, if you look at the YouTube page or the ISS360 page of our website, there's a lot of example videos which show you the scanning speed at different ranges and different resolutions. I can also show you the scanning speed just now. Behind us there, we've got a ISS360 sonar in a tank, and it's currently scanning a 2-meter range at its lowest resolution setting. So what you're seeing there is the fastest rate at which the sonar will scan. And that particular sonar is running over Ethernet communications back to the computer. I can adjust the scan speed, and there's a little slider bar down at the bottom of the screen, so you can adjust from high speed to high resolution. And as it's set to high speed just now, if I move it up to high resolution to higher quality, you'll see the sonar slows down, but we start to get a much higher resolution, more accurate image of the tank. And so it's really designed so that if you're using the sonar for obstacle avoidance, you can set it to the fast speed. You just need to know, is there something in front of me, or trying to locate a target around you? Scans around really fast, updates fast. And when you get closer to the target, you can slow it down a little bit, move it more into the quality setting so you get a higher resolution image, and then you can use that for target identification. You also don't need to do a full 360-degree scan. You've got it there if you need it. So if you've got it on the top of your vehicle and you want to see everything that's around you and kind of position yourself relative to another structure or something else subsea, it's ideal for that. But if you just want it for forward-looking obstacle avoidance, you can set up a window. I'll show you that just now. So turn off the full 360 and just do a sector scan. It's set to do a 90-degree sector scan there just now. I'll just zoom in so you've got that on the screen. So there's your 90-degree sector. And Sonar's just scanning back and forth, giving you an update rate there. We can also set it to use flyback. So if we set it to use flyback, it'll scan one way, then zoom back to the other side, scan one way, zoom back to the other side. That just gives you a faster update rate. So using flyback, and if we drop it to the fastest speed setting, you get really fast updating scanning sonar. So it's ideal for forward-looking navigation. Another question we sometimes get asked is which ISS360 sonar is right for my application? And that really comes down to exactly what you require. If you need a sonar which is as compact as is practically possible, then the ISS360 is ideal. You get a really compact sonar. We believe it's the smallest imaging sonar in the world. It's highly compact. It's pretty lightweight. And it's quite low power consumption. So it's ideal for a lot of miniature ROVs and a lot of kind of small or even larger AUVs as well, where power is a consideration. If, on the other hand, you can accommodate a slightly larger sonar, such as maybe on a work class ROV or mid-range ROV, the ISS360 HD is ideal. This way you benefit from more than twice the angular resolution and you get slightly more range as well. So it really comes down to what you can fit on your vehicle and what kind of performance levels you require from the sonar. One of the other questions we get asked is how can I interface to my ISS360 sonar? So you've got a number of options as standard in all the ISS360 sonars. They all come with serial communications. So they come with RS-232 communications and RS-485 communications. So RS-232 is ideal if you're running it over a short cable length or up through a fiber mux up to the surface from your ROV. And then you've got RS-485 communications, which is ideal if you just have a screen twisted pair. You can run 485 comms anywhere up to 1.2 kilometers worth of cable. We've tested these ourselves up to a kilometer worth of cable, so it's quite a practical way to get comms. The other way you can get comms is through Ethernet. Ethernet is, from a performance perspective, the most ideal communications protocol, as it has plenty of bandwidth, so the sonar can scan really quickly, and there's no waiting for the data to be sent from the surface. Everything just gets sent in real time. So if you have Ethernet capability available, it's always ideal to use that, which will get the fastest scanning sonar possible. One of the other questions we get is with regards to maintenance and how often do you have to send the sonar back for servicing? And so with all our products, we tried to make them so the maintenance interval is very long. So they're designed to run for as long as it's practically possible in the field without being serviced. So all the sonars have a titanium body, so you don't have any corrosion issues. So it'll last a good long time. You've got a stainless steel connector. Something else that sometimes wears out on scanning sonars is the slip rings. So usually you have a transducer in the boot end, which rotates around and it's connected back to the electronics using slip rings and brush contacts on the slip rings. And over time, it's a physical contact. It'll suffer from wear and tear. And you have to send it back to get it swapped out. So with the ISS360 range, we did away with slip rings. So the transducer is fully inductively coupled to the electronics. So as the transducer rotates, there's no physically touching components. There's nothing to wear out. There's nothing to require to come back periodically. So although it's got a moving transducer in there, moving component, nothing's touching. So it's very long life. The main thing you'd maybe want to send it back for service is just a health check, and also to allow us to change out the rubber components. We change the O-rings and keep all that in good condition. I've got a question in just now, which is what software are we using? So we provide the Seaview software, which you can download from our website, impactsubsea.co.uk. You can download it free of charge. And the Seaview software runs all of our sensors. So it runs the altimeters, the depth sensors, heading sensors, and of course, the sonars. So in terms of the software, the Seaview will provide a full functionality in the sonar. So you can view data, you can log data, you can play back data, you can configure your sonar. It makes it really easy to use. If you have an application where you don't want to use our software, or you want to directly interface it to an AUV control system, or you want to write your own software, we do also provide a software development kit, which will provide all the functionality you can get in Seaview, provides that direct interface to the sonar. And that's freely available for all of our products. So that's a kind of overview of some of the most common questions we get on ISS360 Sonar range. If you want to learn more about the ISS360, we've got a page on our website which has the data sheets, manuals, 3D models, lots of videos showing it running, lots of images in the gallery showing exactly what kind of data you can get from the sonar. And we also have a few articles on our website under the news section, which go into detail about the technical performance of the ISS360 sonar range and how we achieve the image quality and the range capabilities which we have. So that's all for me today. Any questions, please drop us a line at support@impactsubsea.co.uk, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye for now.